Hey folks, how's it going out there? Pete Leong of Photoshisa Photography here today to show you my latest lens acquisition, the new Canon 16-35mm f4L IS lens that Canon have just recently released. I got this on pre-order from B&H Camera in the States a couple of months back, but it's actually taken quite a while for them to send it out. But it's finally arrived. I'm not going to bother doing an unboxing for you because I'm sure you've all seen a box before, and it's just your standard normal stuff you get inside, which is an instruction booklet, a little lens pouch and some foam and stuff like that, apart from the lens itself. But anyway, there we are, that's the box. Let's get straight down to the good stuff, which is what you want to see, which is the lens itself. So here it is here, with its lens hood attached. The 16-35, like I said, f4L with image stabilization. So this is a first for Canon, having image stabilization in such a wide lens. And a lot of people have been wondering or asking, why do you need IS in such a wide focal length? While it's true, it's better to have it, it's more useful in the longer lenses. It's also great to have it in wider lenses for things like video and being able to shoot handheld in very dark conditions, as long as your subjects aren't moving too fast. So I've heard of people getting shots handheld as low as 1 second or even 2 seconds with this. Of course, you're not going to get every shot in sharp focus, but it's going to allow you to get a higher keeper rate. So that's a very handy thing, as well as using it for video. Alright, now before this lens I used the Canon 17-40mm f4L lens, which was also a nice lens, but it was well known to have very soft edges. The edges were always really mushy and weren't that impressive. But this new 16-35 apparently beats out the 17-40 and also the previous 16-35 f2.8 optically, being much sharper in the middle and having great edges, as well as hardly any chromatic aberration whatsoever. If you're not sure what chromatic aberration is, or CA, it's the purple fringing that you see in the high contrast areas, usually toward the edges when you're wide open at f4 or things like that. So basically, image quality has been very much improved on this lens. Okay, the other good thing is the front filter thread is 77mm as opposed to the 16-35 2.8, which I believe was 82mm. So being that most of my lenses share the 77mm thread, that's nice because I don't have to buy extra ND filters or polarizer filters to match this lens here. One interesting thing I did note that was in the instruction book is that the lens, although it's waterproof or water resistant, it has its little weather sealing here and it's fine to take it out in the rain, but it's not fully weather resistant unless you have a protection filter on the front of the lens here. Because when you zoom, although the lens doesn't get any longer, the inside elements here are moving back and forth. I don't know how well you can see that on the video there, but potentially rain or water could seep down into the lens through this section here. Thus, you have to have a protection filter on it to be fully weather resistant. Okay, so that's one reason to keep a filter on there. Like, normally I don't usually bother about using UV filters or protection filters, but on this lens I think I'll leave it on there just for that purpose. So there it is. It's going to be nice to go back to using a wide angle zoom again. For the last couple of months I've only had the 24-70, which is fine, but I do miss having that ultra wide look for landscapes and things like that. So I've been playing with this just a little bit on a recent trip over to some outer-lying islands of Okinawa, and I was very impressed with the image quality. So I'll pop a couple of those images up for you in just a moment. So the lens retails for about $1,200, I believe, and I think this is going to be the smart option. It's just a great lens and great for landscapes, walking around, doing street photography, all that stuff. So I think you're really going to enjoy it. I give it 2 thumbs up. Stay tuned, check out some of the sample shots. This is Pete signing off. Thanks very much for watching.
Good day, my name is Pete Leong. This is Photo Shisa Photography from Okinawa, Japan.
Good evening, welcome back to Nightline with Pete Leong.
Because if you don't stick one on the front, your photos look like a crocodile's ass.